Welcome to Gun News in 5 minutes or less, where we will talk about events and happenings in the gun industry, ammunition pricing and so forth, politics related to firearms, personalities, new releases on the market, and anything else I can fit in. This is brought to you by DR Drake 63. So a couple stories coming out here in the last couple days about how the stimulus checks are causing or contributing to a historic surge in gun sales across the country. Find that quite interesting. Now, the stimulus money is being put out there to help folks that are in need, perhaps couldn't work, purchase essentials and things of that nature. But what we've also seen is that a lot of folks have taken that $1,400 stimulus to their income and decided, hey, it's a good time to go out and buy a firearm that perhaps I wasn't planning on getting. Joe Biden obviously would view this as an unintended consequence given his rhetoric, and what we've seen is more records in March attributable to this $1,400 stimulus check. And what people are buying are a lot of pistols, a lot of AR-15s, trying to get ahead of any potential legislation. Now, reportedly, through interviews with gun store owners over the last few days, the last week or so, since the middle of March when the last stimulus check started getting out to people, the most common expenditure was between $1,300 to $1,500 on a $1,400 stimulus check. So, you know, go figure. You don't have to be a genius to figure out that the folks that don't need this money for essentials and are basically getting it anyway are using it to buy stuff that they don't quote-unquote need, and they're buying a luxury item. And in most cases, that's what I'd consider a firearm to be, especially if you're a collector like myself and things like that. So that's very telling. The government wants to send you $1,400. You combine that with the fact that you've got a run on guns, a concern that there's going to be a lot of things outlawed, and the most demonized of all firearms, which are handguns for concealed carry as well as AR-15s and rifles of that style, are the ones that are being bought up. This further obviously impacts the shortage of ammunition. We've covered that in detail on this channel, probably will continue to. But like I said, this is obviously an unintended consequence of sending everybody money, and this is just what's going to happen. So we'll stay tuned. We'll see what happens. And this has been Gun News in 5 minutes or less. For updates, click subscribe.